When the world thinks about protecting children, it seems like a lot of adults think we mostly need protection from ourselves. I keep hearing adults say that the world is a scary, broken place, and I know my family protects me from a lot of scary things, but my mind isn't one of those scary, broken things. I imagine that even though I need protecting, I also need to learn how to make decisions that I can live with, and decisions that bring me closer to the goals I set for myself. And don't worry, this isn't me complaining about why I hate school, even though that point is pretty good too. This is about my right as a child to be truly involved in the decisions that have to do with what I learn and how I learn it. Many adults see children like a blank slate, a coding sandbox, if you will, that can be filled with any command adults see fit, especially when it comes to learning. And even though adults live with us, most of them still believe that we don't start learning until we go to school. Even though you watch us learn how to walk without being taught, and even though you're constantly astonished by our capacity to understand and apply information really early on in our lives, you adults still believe that the best way for us to learn is to put us in groups inside classes, tell us what to learn, for how long, and then force us to show you that we've learned through testing. As time goes on, a simulated environment starts taking priority over our natural learning process. Eventually, adults successfully transition children from our spirit of inquiry to something that makes more sense to you and far less sense to me. Then, when I do what I'm intended to do, which is to follow my interests while resisting pressure to sit still and fall in line, you call it misbehaving, and we get punished for not showing up in ways that are more convenient for the adults around us. Suddenly, we hold the responsibility of getting smart, getting jobs our parents want to brag about, and becoming an asset that makes people proud. Making people proud is cool and all, but I need to be able to say that I truly am proud of myself, and that I understand what I need in order to achieve my life goals, not yours. I, like all children, deserve to practice being in charge of my own life. And I get that I can't be in charge of all of it now, and I don't want to be. But I do feel ready to be in charge of my learning, which just means that my opinion should influence my parents' decision on anything that has to do with what I learn and how I learn it. My choice, their support. My ideas, their ability to help me find resources. And you know something? That design may or may not include school, but the point is that I'm an active participant in that decision. And when I am unruly, it may just be because your rules force me to make myself smaller, and to fit into what you need, which leaves me feeling like I have no choices, no power. And when people feel powerless, some of them push back. And that pushback is often an opportunity to learn what's happening with a child, not an opportunity to punish them so that they don't express their feelings the next time they feel that way. The notion that children are unable to develop useful skills in life without adults dictating every move is absurd. I am a person, not a chess piece, not an end result, not an experiment that a system should have access to. I am to be valued, not to be devalued by having things built upon me without my permission, much less my input. Maybe we need protection from scary, broken ideas of how we should behave and what we should learn. And maybe, if we acted like teammates instead of rivals, vying for high test scores and our teachers' attention, we could show more adults that self-directed education, the kind that centers people and not scores, is a really great way for children and their parents to live together. Want to learn more about self-directed education? Check out the Alliance for Self-Directed Education at self-directed.org.